Ladies and gentlemen, imagine waking up to find your home destroyed, your community torn apart, and your family scattered across borders with no guarantee of ever seeing them again. This is the harsh reality of millions of Sudanese people, whose lives have been shattered by years of conflict and displacement. Today, I want to take you on a journey through the heart of Sudan, a nation rich in history and culture, but one that has faced immense challenges. From devastating civil wars to economic collapse, Sudan's struggle is far from over, and its story deserves our attention. One example of Sudan's turbulent history is a series of civil wars that have plagued the country. The First Sudanese Civil War lasted from 1955 to 1972 and was driven by tensions between north and south of the country. These tensions were largely fueled by religious, cultural, and economic differences. The war ended with the Addis Ababa Agreement, which granted autonomy to the south. However, this peace was short-lived. A second civil war erupted in 1983, lasting until 2005, when the Comprehensive Peace Agreement was signed, ultimately leading to the independence of South Sudan in 2011. Sudan's economy has been significantly impacted by the loss of oil revenues after South Sudan's independence. Prior to 2011, Sudan was an oil-producing powerhouse, but with South Sudan taking 75% of oil reserves, the country faced a significant economic turndown. Inflation skyrocketed, and many Sudanese citizens struggled with poverty. The International Monetary Fund reported that Sudan's GDP shrank by over 50% in the first 5 years following the secession, pushing the country into a dire economic crisis. One story that truly stands out is that of Amina, a Sudanese refugee who fled Darfur in the mid-2000s due to brutal violence and ethnic in the region. The Darfur conflict began in 2003 and was marked by atrocities, including genocide, mass displacement, and the destruction of villages. Amina, along with her 2 children, journeyed to a refugee camp in Chad, where they lived in dire conditions for several years. Her story is not an isolated case. Hundreds of thousands of Sudanese have been forced to flee their homes, seeking safety in neighboring countries or even farther afield. According to the United States High Commissioner for Refugees, there are over 2.5 million Sudanese refugees worldwide, and more than 1.5 million people are displaced within Sudan due to ongoing conflicts and instability. These figures highlight the ongoing humanitarian crisis Sudan continues to face. Dr. Ahmed Ibrahim, a Sudanese political analyst, states, Sudan was long established a stable and unified government. The ongoing conflicts in Darfur, South Kordofan, and Blue Nile illustrate how deeply entrenched these divisions are, and how difficult it will be for Sudan to rebuild itself without true reconciliation among its people. Furthermore, Professor Sarah Johnson, a senior researcher at the African Institute for Peace Studies, adds, the international community must play a more active role in helping Sudan's transition to a peaceful, democratic society. Sudan's future depends on both internal reforms and external support to address its dire economic and social challenges. Sudan's story is one of resilience, but is also a call for international attention. Despite the hardships Sudanese people face, they hope for a better future. To support Sudan's path forward, we must recognize its struggles and its contributions that the citizens can make to building a peaceful, prosperous nation. The challenges are immense, but the spirit of the Sudanese people, as seen in stories like Amina's, remains strong. Thank you.